Nate, you guys finished strong. Jay, finished strong, but you guys got out the gate slow. The first 5 or 6 minutes of the ball game, you were shooting about 27% from the field. What created problems for you early on?
Again, a very similar start to this game as the last two games. Not getting stops. Thought we was frantic offensively, throughout the game. And we just didn't. I didn't think we played the game the right way. I thought there were some quick shots, some heroic shots that were taken throughout this game, and you're not going to win if you play the game like that.
You say heroic shots. Is that something that you saw late? I think after the Tech, you only had one field goal for the next 5 minutes.
I saw it throughout the game, and certainly at the end of the game, yes.
And what did the officials say to you on the green Lance Tech there late? It looked like one guy might have had a jump ball call, the other official had a foul call. What was the explanation for you?
It could have been very close to a flagrant. They decided to call it a foul, but it was close to a flagrant that Green was grabbed and thrown to the floor.
Coach, seemed like Oladipo was really forcing and trying to force the issue out there, and it just didn't seem to have it tonight. What did you see from him, and why was it, in your opinion, do you think that he struggled so much tonight?
I thought we as a team forced some shots. We took some quick shots. We didn't play the game the right way. It wasn't just Victor. I thought we as a unit played the game like that, and this group has played the game the right way. Sometimes you get in these games like this and emotional games, and you're so pumped up. You sometimes try to do some things by yourself, and a lot of times it doesn't work.
Nate, even in your opinion, with you guys not playing the game the right way, you still had an opportunity to win it at the end. So what do you take into game 4 or 5 that you could actually get what you need to win it?
Well, you got to, we talk about being calm out there and being poised and being clear about what we want to do on both ends of the floor and playing connected basketball. So those are the things we need to do. We need to calm down and execute when we're out on the floor, and we need to be connected. You play that game together, and you play for each other. And I didn't think that we were connected out there tonight.
Nate, given Kyle Korver's resume and reputation, I mean, do you ever trust that he's having a cold night, or do you look at each shot he puts up as, uh-oh, here he comes?
No, you got to. I mean, they got lasers out there. Elite three-point shooters. So Korver, Smith, Love, all of those guys, you got to get out to them. And I think Korver got going off of a turnover, and they got out in transition and was able to get loose, get free, and knock down a shot. Even though we only had 9 turnovers tonight, they scored 17 points off of those turnovers, and so we're not responding in situations like that. 17 fast break points, 17 points off of your turnovers, so they're converting at a high rate when we turned the ball over.
Nate, Sabonis was doing really well for you early fourth quarter. Obviously, we weren't going to play him the full 12. You didn't see a window to get him back in there?
Yeah, well, Miles is playing good, too. And Sabonis was playing well. We went with the rotation and, just didn't finish the game.
Nate, is Lance walking a fine line between being aggressive, defending LeBron, and that not being overly aggressive, and maybe I guess is he walking a fine line trying to be aggressive and physical, but not being too emotional and too aggressive?
Could you ask that again, please?
Is Lance, I know obviously he wants to defend LeBron aggressively, but also does he have to be careful not to be too aggressive, and not maybe just with defending LeBron, but being too aggressive and committing fouls, being too physical to the point where, you know, he gets himself and your team in trouble?
Of course, you know, because the officials, they're watching that matchup. You know, there's a pass there. You know, so you know, whenever the Pacers play Cleveland, you know, that's pretty much what people talk about, is that matchup. So yes, he has to be careful, being aggressive defensively. You know, as I mentioned, one of the officials said that was close to a flagrant. You know, so they are watching Lance. He knows that. We've talked about that. We want him to be aggressive, be physical, but be smart. And we don't want cheap, silly fouls. And but of course, the officials are watching that matchup because there's a pass there.
Nate, Victor was really good for you in Cleveland games 1 and 2. Hasn't been the same since. Is it more of what he's doing, or more of what Cleveland has done in changing up how they've guarded him here in the past 2?
You know, we have to settle down. You know, and be connected out there, execute on the floor. You know, do the things that you know, we train and we need to do. You know, they double teamed again tonight, and it was just frantic. We were quick to pull the trigger, kind of played a little out of control, and never really established ourselves out there. You know, defensively, you know, once again we give up another 2 30-point quarters in the first and second. You know, so that's, you know, the really fourth or fifth time they've scored, or every quarter they've scored, every game they've scored over 30 plus points in the first quarter. So we got to do a better job of establishing our defense and not allowing them to continue to have big quarters.